Hello students, this is your civics class and today we will discuss the chapter diversity. As we know, India is a land of diversity. People of different languages, religions, castes live here together. Our respected motherland has different physical features which differs in the climate also. In spite of all these diversities, we are the children of our respected motherland. Now, we will try to get familiar of our motherland's different sectors. So, we will start our discussion with the cultural diversity. The culture of India is one of the oldest in the world, though India has preserved this with tenderness. It has been absorbing customs from several invaders who settled in India. Many cultural practices, languages, customs are a result of this intermingling for centuries. In modern India, there is a great cultural diversity in various states and regions of our country. In spite of diversities, there is common thread of nationalism binds it as one nation and one civilization. Now take a look on different festivals of India. India is land of festivals. People of different regions, castes, religions celebrate their different festivals with a great zeal and enthusiasm. Hindu celebrates Dussehra, Diwali, Durga Puja, Holi, etc. Besides many other festivals, Muslim celebrates Eid, Sikh celebrates Guru Purbas, Christian celebrates Christmas, and Jain celebrates Mahavir Jayanti. We respect the practice of other religions and as well as their festivals. As a country of different cultures and traditions, we can observe different food habits, dances, clothes here. The traditional clothing of Indians in general includes saris, ghagra choli, salwar kameez, dupatta, etc. for women, and dhoti, lungi, pajama and kurta for men. However, the traditional clothing varies depending on the culture, traditions, geographic location and the climatic conditions of that region. Now take a look on the food habits of the various parts of the country. Indian cuisine varies from one region to another. Indians are known for their love for food and spices. There is a huge variety of food eaten by the people in different regions depending on the local availability of food raw materials, spices, cooking traditions, and their religion faiths. Each region of India has its own folk or regional dance. All the famous classical dances of India come from different regions, such as Bharatanatyam from Tamil Nadu, Kathakali and Mohiniyattam from Kerala, Manipuri from Manipur, Odissi from Orissa, and Kuchipudi from Andhra Pradesh. Now, let us discuss about the linguistic diversity. India has vast linguistic diversity. There are 22 official recognized languages given in the Constitution. The official languages of the Union of India are Hindi and English. It also has several non-scheduled languages, about 400 spoken languages, and a much larger number of dialects. It will be interesting to know that most of Indian languages belong to two broad language groups of families. They are Indo-Aryan languages and Dravidian languages. Indo-Aryan languages spoken by 73% of North Indian populations. The Dravidian languages spoken by 22% of the population in the South India. Other Indian languages are from the Austro-Asiatic or the Tibeto-Bhutan linguistic families. Sanskrit, a classical language of India, belongs to Indo-Aryan languages. Urdu is a mix of Sanskrit and Arabic. English is the co-official language of the Constitution. The use of English in India began in the colonial times when it was the language of the political power, the language of British Raj. All these languages possess their own literature, which is very different from each other. India is a land of multiple religions and is one of the most religiously diverse nations in the world. It is the birthplace for many religions like Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism. According to 2001 census, there are 80% Hindu, 13% Muslim practiced here their own religious belief. Beside of this, a large population of Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains. Several other religions like Zoroastrian, Judaism, Baha'i are also practice their religious belief. Indians always respect the religious diversity prevailing in country and show a great tolerance, and also they take parts in the religious ceremonies of other religions. Now take a look about the economical diversity. Economic diversity in India is clearly visible from the lifestyle of the people. The lifestyle of rich and wealthy is very different from the middle class, poor or the people living below poverty line. Economic diversity is also visible in different regions or states in India. Some states, because of their favorable geographical locations, are more prosperous than others. But some of the regions which are under mountains, desert, barren land, grows nothing here and faced the economical problems in their daily life. The next segment is geographical diversity. There is a great diversity of physical features in India. Certain parts of India, like the regions of Indo-Gangetic Valley, are amongst the most fertile regions of the world, while some parts of Rajasthan are so barren that nothing grows there. From the point of climate, there is a sharp contrast. The Himalayan ranges are covered with snow for most part of the year, while the desert of Rajasthan are unbearably hot. Rainfall over the country is not very uniform or similar. Areas like Mausinram get the highest rainfall in the world, which is 467 inches every year, while some areas like Shahagar district gets less than 1 inch of rains annually. Because of such contrasts in the type of the land and climatic conditions, people living in such regions have developed different ways of life and varying cultures. In spite of all these diversities, there is a common thread binds India together. That's why our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, described India as unity in diversity. Now the question, what kind of unity lies under these diversities? Indians display a strong sense of unity in diversity, from north to south and from east to west. The people have their own customs and traditions, yet they have been living together as Indians. They respect all religions and cultures. This is a true example of cultural brotherhood. In ancient time, many invaders or conquerors who ruled India for 100 years brought with them their own cultures. The Indians embraced and absorbed their culture with open heart. Now let's see what are the advantages of diversity in India. It helps us to learn about the variety of rich culture, languages, and ways of life of others in our vast country and helps us to enrich our culture. It teaches us that there are different ways of doing the same thing. It teaches us to be more tolerant to others. Helps in building a progressive society which willing to embrace the good features of other societies. And lastly, we can say diversity makes Indian culture unique in the world, like a rainbow as it adds colors to our society. So students, this is the discussion of this chapter up to here. Thank you. Have a good day.